You are engaging in the ELA Guidebooks Unit, Voices in America. The purpose of this video is to build background knowledge on how peaceful protesting and standing up for change has changed history. Be sure you have your handout and something to write with for this video. What does it mean to protest something? To protest means to make a statement or to do something expressing that you disagree with what is being said or done. The First Amendment of the Constitution protects our right to have freedom of speech. Citizens are expected to express this right peacefully. Sometimes people protest for more money in their jobs. They protest for the rights to be given to different people, or even if a business does something that they do not like. A lot of the amendments have been made to our Constitution because people chose to protest for something that they believed citizens should have a right to, or a freedom from something that was missing from the Constitution. Now you are ready to think about what a protest is and why they are common in the United States. Pause this video to answer the question at the first stop sign, then press play when you are ready to continue. Let's review. A protest is a statement or action where someone says they disapprove of something and demand changes. People can protest in different ways. Some types of protest are marching, where protesters gather together at a public location with signs and sometimes made-up chants to march through the street. The March on Washington is an example. Another type of protest is a rally, like when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. gave his I Have a Dream speech. A rally is an organized form of protesting, where individuals gather to hear a speaker rally everyone with the speech. A common form of protest during the Civil Rights Movement were sit-ins, and it is exactly what it sounds like. People gather and sit down or attend an event and refuse to leave until their demands are met. Another common form of protest during this time was boycotting, or to stop utilizing a certain business is also a form of protesting. An example of this is the Montgomery bus boycott that Rosa Parks participated in. There were protests during the women's suffrage movement. Women fought for their right to vote, among other rights that men were granted and women were not entitled to for nearly 100 years. Supporters spent a lot of their time publicly protesting to bring awareness of inequality to the citizens of the United States. There were several marches that were held. However, they thought of something flashier. Entire parades were created to protest for women to have the right to vote. To gain attention, women would sometimes protest during beauty pageants. Women also participated in rallies where they would gather together and hear someone deliver a speech on the importance of fighting for women's right to vote. Now you are ready to think about ways that protests during the Civil Rights Movement and the women's suffrage movement are alike and different. Pause the video to answer the question on your handout at the second stop sign. Press play when you are ready to continue. Let's review. Some similarities in the protests include that both movements utilized the marching protest to spread awareness for their cause, and they both also held rallies to bring the supporters together and encourage them. Some differences in protests include that the women took marches to the next level with full parades, and the civil rights activists participated in sit-ins and boycotts. People choosing to protest and stand up for what they believe in is a foundational element for our country. Before we even became a country, people protested against the British government because of the unfair taxes they were being charged. The 19th Amendment, women's suffrage, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964 were both put into laws by people who participated in different types of protests. Now you are ready to think about why protesting is an important right that we have as citizens. Think about your learning from this video. Pause the video to answer the question on your handout at the second stop sign and press play when you are ready to continue. Let's review. The response is based on your individual thinking, but some of your responses may include that standing up for what you believe in, you can make a difference in a law or rule that needs to be changed or updated, or that protesting peacefully can help to amend laws. You have learned about different types of protesting utilized during movements in history. As you read in the ELA Guidebooks Unit, voices in America, you will use this knowledge to help you think closely about what you read. When you finish this video, be sure to turn in your completed handout to your teacher.